All right, guys. Today we are going to be reacting to Women Are Retarded. Interesting video here. Let's see what's going on here. Make sure you guys subscribe, huh? Jump in.
Welcome to the Leonardo Joni Show. Today we're going to be talking about retarded women, which some of you might say is redundant. But I guarantee you we're not all retarded. Just some of us, especially those of us that have been totally had by the Marxist feminist agenda that has pretty much destroyed women's brains. We'll be starting with a few topics today. The first one we'll be starting is this video I came across that was covered by Woman Propaganda. That's the guy, right? He does a lot of reaction videos if you guys want to follow him on X. He's got some great takes. He's pretty funny. They're what would be considered, conservative takes, but like
shout out to the people with the mustache, man. Shout out to the people with the mustache, man. I get love and hate at the same time. For we only a few, man. We only a couple of few. Yeah. Hey, let's just make mustache great again, huh?
Actual conservative takes, not this gay fake conservative takes where they're like, we like trans people that vote Republican. It's like actual funny stuff. So he found this video on TikTok, which I thought was kind of unbelievable, and I want to talk about it because, listen, when I do this stuff, I'm trying to warn other women who might be misled by goblins like this.
Damn.
Okay? Rule number one, ladies, don't listen to an ugly woman. Got it? Ugly women are not to be trusted. They want to destroy you and your relationships because they're ugly. So they can't stand to see good-looking women prosper. So number one, you have to stop with the bullshit. Everybody's beautiful. Some people are ugly, okay? And it's like God's warning you, don't listen to this goblin. Number one. Number two, don't listen to fat women, which kind of ties into ugly, but not every fat woman is ugly, but a lot of ugly women are fat. Okay? But just don't listen to fat women either. Fat women will always tell you the best way to lose weight, which already is like... So let's just take the...
If you want your wife to start walking around half naked again, then stop trying to jump her every time she is. My husband loves when I walk around in my underwear, but there was a time I couldn't even get dressed in the same room out of fear of being grabbed and fondled.
Was that time when you were younger?
Oh my goodness, Lord. Here we go. Here we go.
Hotter. She's about to tell you that she trained her husband how to not touch her, and the truth is she just got ugly and fat. That's actually what happened. And now she wants to make it like, oh, that was my idea. I didn't really like being touched and grabbed.
This is what he did to get me to act more like I did when we first started dating. First, he had to make me feel comfortable enough. Now, it's no secret. You love getting a little glimpse of your wife changing or showering, but do you always have to act like a little boy who just got the last cookie from the cookie jar? My husband stopped trying to dump me every single time I was half naked. My husband loves when I walk.
Once again, because you got ugly and fat. That's why. I don't know what you think you did.
What?
All right, let's just finish this up.
Being ready in front of the bathroom mirror. He stopped.
Just cheat, bro. Just cheat.
Yeah, at this point, at this point, you're calling for it. At this point, you're calling for it. Don't even deal with her. So just go cheat, I guess. I guess this is where we're heading. You might as well just say, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with it. I might just have to just jump to the dark side. This is crazy stuff, guys. This is insane.
I mean, I'm just going to mute him because I don't have the original video, but I want to talk about, this guy's funny, by the way, but I want to read what she says here, okay? He stopped smothering me with his words and groping me every time I was getting ready in front of the mirror, grabbing my vagina on the outside of my clothes, or making sure I saw or felt his heart on every time he got one. By the way, most women don't want any of this. Stop speaking for us. You're ugly.
Wow, that's crazy.
Don't tell me what I want.
And the fake tattoos and everything, right? Hey, this is her, bro. And this is how you know these people are fake. Hey, look at my tattoo, man. Hey, look at my tattoo, huh? Look at my tattoo. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, American flag. I'm conservative. These people are fake. These people right here, guys. These people, these demons right here. These people are fake, man. Fake. These people pretend to be in both sides of the aisle kind of thing. We have to be very careful.
Confidence and less desperation. Bro, I really hope to God that this woman's not actually married. And if she is married, I don't know, man. That poor guy has been totally beat down by a below mid. Let's zoom in on that. I mean, look at that.
She's
huh?
she's
Look
old
at that.
too. Yep.
She's talking about to the guy be less desperate and more confident. Where are you getting where are these ugly women getting their confidence from? I want to know. Seriously. Fat women, I know, they get their confidence from black dudes and Puerto Ricans hitting on them. But ugly women,
damn.
What is it?
Puerto
Is it
Rican.
the Mexicans that are coming in and hitting on you?
Hey, yo. I'm Puerto Rican here. Hey, we don't do this over here, man. Hey, we don't do this over here. We don't do this. No. Have to be fit, feminine, and friendly. We don't do that stuff, man.
Special. Mexicans can't see your face because they can't recognize different faces on white people, just the same way we can't recognize different faces on them. So they just see blonde hair, they think she must be hot. Okay, she says this thing, which is the most ridiculous thing ever. She says, no woman likes to see your heart on every... That's a lie, dude. Now, if I'm riding the subway and some grizzled, mentally ill, homeless guy wants to show me his heart on, no, I don't want to see that. But my husband, the one that I married, the one that I'm supposed to be attracted to, the one who's supposed to be attracted to me, yeah, I want to see his heart on. I want to know that he still gets hot for me. I want to know that I'm still attractive to him. How can that be a bad thing? This is what happens when women don't have any problems. They have to invent them.
Then that's a great point. They have to invent problems. When they have no problems, and I think a lot of the stuff that's going on right now is that because they don't have real problem. Real problem meaning like you don't have a place to live, food, health, right? All these things are already taken care of. So therefore, we have to invent the problems. She's right, though.
Literally has everything. How do I know? Look at the sleeve tattoos. She probably runs some bake shop in a liberal town like Portland that charges $7 for a cupcake, totally detached from reality. So now she's got to invent problems. My husband gropes me too much. I can't. I don't think she's attracted to her husband. That's what I think the problem is.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think
true.
she's attracted to her husband, and she doesn't want his sexual advances. So she's going to make up this story for manipulation, by the way. Hey, if you want me to start walking around naked again, stop groping me. Well, what's the point then? What is he supposed to do? It's just about power and control. I just want you to know. This is about women needing to beat down men, needing to make them feel small, because there's something she doesn't want to be with him. Okay, here we go. I'm going to let it out here, okay? Because this kind of shit pisses me off. There are a lot of women who marry dudes because they provide a kind of financial security for them. And I'm not saying there's something wrong, right? Because this is a natural dynamic, right? Men marry women for the biological opportunity that they create for them to have their kids under the assumption that you're going to be loyal to them, which even that's going out the window now, right? So that they can trust that their kids are theirs, right? And women marry men who can provide for the offspring that they're going to give them, okay? Very natural for a woman to not want a loser. So let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's important for women to find a good, stable man who can provide for them. However, we have a grossly materialistic culture, and everything is so inflated price-wise that now women have completely disregarded any other kind of concerns and are just looking at how much money can this person provide me. So this happens a lot. You have a lot of chicks in their young age just banging everything along the way, right? And a lot of it is because of propaganda that they've downloaded into their brains that tells them that if they want to be liberated, they need to be free whores, right? At least whores charge money for giving their body away. You are doing it for 2 drinks. Once they get through with that, they go, oh shit, I need to find a man who's going to not cheat on me and is going to be there around. And then...
Well, they say that, you know what's funny? They say that about the guys that they are attracted to. Not the guys that are willing to provide. See, that's the difference. It's not about the guy that he's willing to provide. It's only the guy that they are attracted to. You see what I'm saying? That's my opinion on this, guys.
Usually pick a guy who's not a winner, but's got stability and financial stability that he can provide. So that means they're usually not very sexually attracted to the guy, and they're willing to put up with it for the money. So it's just another class of prostitution, right? Then
technically,
what happens, right?
Hey, if you want to be technical, she has a point there. You want to be technical, guys, she has a point.
In the beginning, right? They're selling the product and all that. Then they get married. They're locked in.
Yep.
And they're like, don't touch me.
Exactly.
Touch me. Because
there we go. She has a great... There we go. They locked in what they wanted, which was the security. I have the documents. I had the levers here. Let me play this out for a couple years, and after that, Plan B kicked in. Plan B will kick in. When Plan B kick in, I already have my lawyer locked in with all this document to just make sure this divorce goes what? Nice and smooth.
Locked in, and they're like, don't touch me. I don't want you to touch me. Because you have a deep hatred of your man and a resentment.
Yep.
You resent him because you think he's pathetic and weak because he didn't
Yep.
see through your little act that you're just using him for his money.
she's spitting
it's pretty
fact, though.
gross, actually.
She's
it's pretty
spitting
freaking
facts.
gross. So when women react like this to a man, it's usually a man that they got into a relationship with for some other reason than love and attraction. That's the truth. That's the fucking truth, okay? Because when you love your man, you want him to touch you because you want to know that he desires you. Women, we can't really build our self-esteem by ourselves. We can't. Sorry, I know, we can't. That's why we're social creatures. We need social approval. We need that to make us feel good. That's why hot women usually have higher confidence than ugly women. Now, we live in an inverted society that praises ugly, fat lesbians. But aside from that, the truth of the matter is that usually the more attention you get from society as a woman for your beauty, the higher your confidence is. This is why ugly women like this will attack beautiful women. They're trying to take them down.
Yeah.
Okay? Then she says this thing. Stop groping me. Stop smothering me with his words. That's such a female thing to say. You're smothering me with your words. The words that say, I love you, and I'm attracted to you, and you're what I want, and that's why I married you, those, smothering me with his words.
Yo, she probably, I'm sorry, guys. Probably Blondie got run through, man. For her to be feeling like this, she probably got run through. In my opinion, guys, I don't know this person. I really don't know this person. But we just using this as an example. A person like this that has problem with self-confidence, when somebody telling her, hey, I like you, I love you, all these things, all these things, and she feeling, oh, it's smothered me. Oh, she's feeling resentment against the guy because she's not attracted to. I mean, it's very sad to see, guys.
Or, you don't deserve a stable man. You deserve to be ran through for the rest of your life, just like you were in your early 20s. Let your sleeve tattoo tell us. She's going to leave this guy. She's going to leave him. That's what's going to happen. The poor guy is going to put up with, men put up with a lot. I'm just going to tell you this. Men are usually not the ones that end relationships. They are usually the ones that cheat, although in this modern age, everybody's doing it. Men will cheat because they'll feel like they need to go get their physical needs met, but they don't want to leave their woman. They have a strong sense of loyalty. They're like dogs. They're very loyal. Okay, so he's going to put up with all this stuff, and we live in this, feminist tyranny, which doesn't afford him any rights, and also makes him feel like he needs to cater to every one of his wife's whims, or he's going to lose her. This is a mistake, guys. This is a mistake. You need to have clear boundaries, and you need to let her know, I'm going to grope you anytime you want. If you don't like it, go pay rent somewhere.
Basically.
Within reason. Okay, obviously, if your wife's sick, or she's sad or something, you got to control yourself, okay? Obviously. And I'm, being a little facetious. But this idea that, here's this other thing she said. It's so pathetic and patronizing. Here we go, okay? Let's just watch this part one more time.
Yo, you can see her tattoo. You see her tattoos. You see how she's using her body language. You can tell she has practiced this multiple times. She's using like the way she's showing her tattoos, right? She's practiced this so much. This is how delusional people are. They really think that they're the main character of this movie that we have right now in life. They really do like this. You're like, they don't know these tattoos, and in 3 more years, that's gonna look disgusting, old, wrinkly.
No secret. You love getting a little glimpse of your wife changing or showering, but do you always have to act like a little boy who just...
Yes!
That's crazy.
Yes, because he's so excited he got you. Men are visual creatures. Women can't understand this. Women, we're not really visual creatures. And I can't blame us. Have you ever seen balls? They're nothing to look at. It's nothing good. Men's bodies, they're lumpy and weird. Women, we have a shape, we have a form, we have a silk most of the time. Some of you are eating yourselves into oblivion. Let's cut that out. But women, naturally, they have this, it's called feminine beauty. It projects fertility, all the things of life. And men love that. They've been biologically programmed to be visually stimulated. Thank God. Thank God. Because women, we can't handle rejection. Imagine if you got naked and your husband was like, oh, can you put some clothes on?
That's
then
a good
you
point.
would feel bad. Then we'd have a whole other video about how your husband's taking down your self-esteem. See, your husband gave you too much self-esteem. Now, what you don't understand is your husband knows that you're ugly. He just loves you, so he's never going to tell you that.
Damn, bro. She's spitting the code out there, man. She's not the sisterhood's friend, man.
To love you so much that you become attractive in his eyes. And he is showing you that through his affection and his attention. And you're shaming him for that? You deserve the life of lesbian cat solitude that's coming to you.
Wow.
Just got the last cookie from the cookie jar. My husband stopped trying to jump me every single time I was half naked.
Yeah, because you got ugly. And fat.
Gigi?
That's it.
That's it?
Because you got ugly and fat. Now you're going to pretend like it's because you came up with a whole plan and you talked to him and you made him respect you. Nope. You're just ugly and fat. And those tattoos don't look so good on you anymore because you're not 25. That's what it is.
Yes,
and
true.
you're out here trying to give a bunch of advice to a bunch of other men so they can also become losers, like the way you've beaten down your husband, and they can stop groping their beautiful wives, and then it can be a normal thing that men don't do that. It's not just because you got ugly and fat. It's because you've taught men how to behave. Yeah, men don't grope women and lust after them because it's a natural male instinct that has propagated the survival of species. No, they're doing it because of toxic masculinity, and they haven't been taught any better. Women need to stop trying to teach men things, first of all. Okay? Look at how well that turned out in the Bible. Now we're here being run by satanic Jewish pedophiles. Great. Awesome.
Damn, whoa,
awesome.
whoa,
Thank you.
Whoa. Yo, this is too much, guys. Golly, gee. Yo, hey, you do. That's her. That's not me. That's not me. Golly, man. That went straight from the barrel, man. Wow.
Thank you. Cut it out. There's more. There's more wonderful things from women that we can see.
Golly, man.
And by the way, I'm not one of these people who wants to blame women for everything or wants to blame men for everything. I think that kind of shit is bullshit. It's global elitist propaganda to drive us apart, make us hate each other, and make us believe that the other person is totally responsible for the other person's problems, okay? A lot of red pill male stuff that happens online is really just male feminism. Women are so evil, they've destroyed us, right? And feminism, men are so evil, they just want to, grope us. It's the same thing.
But that's not what the red pill is. Why people strawman what the red pill is, man? This is crazy. It's so easy to strawman the red pill. The red pill on the manosphere. This is just a place of nobody's here saying that females are evil, they're satanic. That has nothing to do with this. Red pill is just an awakening. It's just an awakening of the truth. That's it. An awakening of the truth, guys. That's what it is. Has nothing to do with people with the hat and all of a sudden. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's simply people waking up from the matrix. Matrix meaning what this institution, the society put you on to make sure you can just play along. People just simply just woke up from it and say, you know what, this is the reality. And based on that reality, I'm going to make my decisions. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Nothing. Actually, it can make you understand women better and make decisions based on protecting them. We recognize why a lot of these things are just going downhill. Of course, because we're putting people in position of power, they have no understanding of the consequences. And that's what Ripple is all about, guys. That's it.
And we
don't have to overcomplicate it, guys.
I do agree that you got to call out bad behavior on both sides. Okay? And some of these hoes, they're wilding out. They've gotten too much. We've given them too much rope. They're walking around saying all this crazy shit. They have confidence that they have no business having. They think they got to teach everybody and everyone how to behave. No. Here's another one. I was married, by the way, everybody, Garbage Human, great account. He's got a lot of funny stuff he posts. I was married for 15 years. Only after our divorce did I realize I'd never consented to sex. Now, this sounds like it should be a satirical article, okay? But this right here is why people are not believing women anymore. When you say shit like this, when a woman actually gets attacked in that department, People don't believe her anymore. People want to think all women are liars. People want to think all women make stuff up. This is crazy. You need to be locked up. You never consented to... Give me a break, okay? And the truth of the matter is, women don't like to initiate, okay? They don't. Part of the seduction is the man desiring you so much that he makes an effort and makes a move. That's part of a woman's aphrodisiac. That's what it is. Now, sometimes, it's true, we got biology too. Stuff starts happening, we're like, hey, right? The way a woman initiates, she just gives him a little glimpse of something. That's it. She doesn't. Women don't do all the think about it, ladies. Think about it. Think about how much effort your man has to put up on a regular basis to get you in the mood. Think about it. And think about if you would do the same the other way around. You don't have to think about it. Think about how many times you've given your husband a little hint and he didn't pick it up and you were like, forget it. Forget it. I'm not putting myself in that position to be rejected. Okay? Meanwhile, your man's got to be all like, ooh, I love you, kisses, hugs. And you're like, stop it. I'm going to go to sleep. Stop it. I'm tired. Stop. You're being And then eventually you're like, all right. But, you know, that's part of the dance. Okay? Mm-hmm. But if it was the other way around, the first time he goes, oh, I'm kind of tired, you're like, why doesn't he love me anymore? You start crying, weeping, thinking you're ugly. Okay? So you can't be saying, this whole feminist, liberal, ideology that is like a mind virus into women's brains and makes them just turn into the worst kind of people towards their husbands and their partners. This has to go. This is what happens when women don't have any real problems. They have to invent them, okay? 100 years ago, when our grandmothers were washing clothes by hand, dealing with losing babies to illnesses, dealing with real problems, having to farm and milk the animals, they weren't sitting around with free time, idle time, to come up with things that are problems, okay? Men have idle time. They write books. They build cathedrals. They start all kinds of things, sometimes worse.
Good point.
Women
they start inventing
thinking
problems
about why their marriage isn't perfect and how, you know what, all those years of consensual probably weren't even consensual because now I regret it. More stuff we really need to talk about are the lies that women create. So there is a website, I guess there's Facebook groups that talk about, are we dating the same guy? And this is like, I got to tell you, this is like the witch covens of old. We're a bunch of banshees who don't have men in their lives and want to invent that it must be a reason besides themselves, start talking themselves into believing that the guy that they dated or want to date is some kind of asshole, okay? So this was posted by a user who said, my little brother got posted on one of these Facebook groups for our city yesterday, 110,000 members. Just a screenshot of his Hinge profile saying, anyone talk to this guy? To give you an idea, my brother is pretty douchey looking, which means attractive. That's all that means.
Yeah, that's what it means.
He's probably a good looking, straight white male. Which,
yeah, he's basically, he's a Chad. He's the Chad, right? That's what it is.
Thanks to the Hollywood movie industry, now equates to must be a douchebag. That's it. When that's what it means, okay? Because you're threatening to a bunch of ugly women who know you're going to reject them. That's what this is about. So even this girl who says my brother's pretty douchey looking, even she's been taken over by the mind virus. But he's genuinely a cool guy who treats women respectfully. Usually attractive men are like that. They don't have to be mean to women because a lot of women want them. And usually the women that are mean to them are pretty ugly. So she continues, there are 150 plus comments so far. About 4 of these comments are actually from women saying they have met him or gone on a date. The rest are insane, wild speculation. A ton of commenters deciding he must be a serial cheater based on his appearance. A few comments saying he's probably gay. Typical woman, she's going to get rejected, must be gay. My brother sometimes works on weekends. One of them says, I matched with him, but noticed he was slow to respond on weekends. It's pretty clear he's hiding something. See, what did I say? Women can't handle rejection. So this woman feels like she's been rejected, right? And now it's got to be because he's hiding something and we have to make something up. So many were gleefully critiquing his appearance, everything from his heavily scrutinized and mocked, from his facial feature to his fashion sense, to his beard and everything in between. This was surprising to see since women usually seem to think he's handsome in real life. Not surprising at all, actually, because he's a good-looking dude. I can guarantee you that most of the women who were saying this were lower in attractiveness than him and know that he would never want anything to do with them. And because of this, they must feel like they are in the power position because they're the ones rejecting him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably just gonna
so when they get rejected, they go where? What do? They shame you. They use sign language, right? They use society to just shame your identity, who you are, right? That's what they do. They use that power, the sign language.
Cheat on you. He looks like a douchebag. He's probably gay. What is he really doing on the weekends anyway? Old hag shit, okay? Spinster shit, okay? I guarantee you can go look at these pictures of these girls. Once again, brings me back to the point I started with. Ladies, do not take advice from ugly women. They want to destroy you. So what they realize is this guy is attractive. I'm not going to be able to have him. So if I can attack him to the other girls, I can signal to them that they shouldn't date him either. Then when none of the hot chicks date him, he'll come around to me. Women are scheming. If you think this isn't what's going on, it is. Now, I don't know about this because I'm an attractive lady and I've never had a problem getting a man. My problem is, I don't ever make eye contact because I've been taught that if a man really wants you, he'll find you. Now, what that usually encourages is psychopaths. Psychopaths don't need you to signal them because they're going to get you whether you want them or not. See, normal guys, ladies, they need a sign.
Yeah.
And you thinking.
Yeah, they did a sign. You don't give them a sign. Yeah. The thing is that they don't understand. A guy has to approach you. He has to be willing to get the rejection already in his back pocket. Right? And then you're not smiling. You're not giving him signals. So he just shooting his shot. And at this point, and then you're putting Me Too on top of it, and then you're putting a lot of the stuff, Then you're saying, do not approach you. Don't approach us. At this point, at this point, you're getting less than 1% of people approaching you.
That you like them and they should know is not a sign. They can't read your mind, no matter how it seems. You've got to look at them in the eyes and smile. I know it's hard. I know you think you're going to die if he doesn't come over. You might have to do it a few times. You might even need to say hello. You've got to be an invitation. Sometimes, some guys are not going to want that invitation. You're not going to die. A lot more of the times, guys are going to want the invitation because they don't really get it. Men are treated like shit. They're expected to be beat down time and time again.
That's his one.
I don't want to bang. I banged like 60 guys in 2 semesters. I need love.
Oh my God, this is bad, guys. Wow.
Ha. Okay, ladies, here's a lesson you're not going to like. Body counts are different for men and women. I know that the feminist agenda has convinced you that in order for you to have value, you must act and behave like a man.
That's not true.
But you're wrong. Here's the mix-up in your brains. You think that the things you find attractive in men are going to be the things that men are going to find attractive in you, okay?
So they become the men that they are attracted to.
This is the absolute irony of feminism. It claims to elevate women and give them equality to men. And it starts from the assumption that the things that are unique to women are not valuable and must be discarded. This is why it's such an insane death cult, and you do not want to ascribe to it. Here's what I mean. Let me break this down a little bit, okay? This woman is saying, I slept with 60 guys, because she thinks she's signaling to the men, hey, look, I'm desirable and attractive. Look at how many guys I've slept with. You should want me. Why does she do this? Well, because in a female psychology, when we see a man who is desired by lots of women, we go, oh, he's desirable. My fellow witches like him. There must be something great in him. Quick, let me get him. This is why women are attracted to married men.
Yeah, and also it's called the pre-selection.
And
the pre-selection between females is saying and signaling, this guy right here has something that I needed. Because if a lot of these females want their seed, I need that seed as well. That's what they're saying.
Screened him and affirmed he's quality. So we want him because somebody did the work for us. Here's the thing, ladies. Men aren't the same. They don't need a social consensus to know what they like and what they want. So they don't need 60 other guys to have ran through you to know that you're valuable. Their brains don't work the same way. Okay? In fact, it's the opposite for them. Let me get to that in a second. Men will like you and evaluate you based on their own criteria and judgment. I know this is a foreign thought for us.
Yeah, and that's why I always say, well, guys, when they ask in a scale of 1 to 10, they say 10, it doesn't matter because they're not the one that determine the value. It's us. Men are the one that determine the value because we are the buyers. So they can say 10, they can say 100, they can say 10 multiplied by 1,000,000,000,000. It doesn't matter because we are the buyers and we determine their value. As simple as that. We determine their value. And because of that, they can give you any answer and we don't give a damn. That's how it is, guys.
We need community approval. We need community consensus. That's why when you put women in charge of companies, decisions don't get made. Yeah. Everybody's got to agree. We all have to come to a consensus. We have to talk about how this feels. And then it's 2 months later and the company's bankrupt. Okay? That's why men are uniquely suited to leadership positions and women are uniquely suited to raising children. That's not a knock. Feminism has taught you that being uniquely suited to raising children is not valuable. What a load of shit. So when you say to men, I've slept with 60 guys, they're not registering it the way you are. They're registering it as, oh God,
Yeah.
everybody's had this woman. I don't want it. Why? Let me explain a little something to you. Men have pride and they have possession. So I know feminism taught you, you don't want to be a possession of your husband. That's another load of shit. If you're a possession of your husband, he feels a sense of duty to you, a sense of duty to protect you,
Yo,
to
this
care
Jesus
for you. Why?
speak duty, man. Duty, and this is why men, we're not okay with men treating their wife and their kids bad. See, we're not okay with that. Because between men, we understand that, yo, that's your duty to take care of your female. That's your duty. And you know what's crazy? This also as well. Between men, we're not okay if we see another man cheating, or her wife or his wife cheating. We're not okay with that. We might say like, man, this fucked up. But if you do it in my face, don't do that shit in my face. You see what I'm saying? Like, don't cheat don't be this disgrace in my face. I don't want to be part of this. Because he started thinking about his own family. That's what happens to me. I cannot be with guys that are cheating to their wife and stuff like that, and then smiling, because then I have to take it personal. Now you don't respect me. See, you're behaving like this in front of me. You're not respecting me. See, we deal about these things very differently. We understand that there are realities, but there's a code that we follow as men.
Because you're his. Think about the things that you own. You want to maintain them and keep them well. If it's somebody else's car, you don't care. You're not going to bring it to the car wash. So it's not a problem. But when 60 other men have had you, you've now been the possession of 60 other men. Suddenly this man can't have that kind of pride. If he takes you to a barbecue and 3 of the men who have had you there, he's going to feel like a cuck.
Yeah.
Because he's going to know that they've seen something that should have been his. This is why women were traditionally virgins until marriage, and men weren't. You can say whatever you want, but our society has fallen, and it's fallen specifically because feminism convinced women that this was a bad thing. That it was a bad thing to make sure that the guy you were going to give your body to would give you a commitment for life to take care of you and be with you. That instead, what you should do is give your body freely to men who give you nothing in return, have accomplished nothing, and aren't even going to call you the next day. Whoa. This is why a lot of you feel so bad after casual encounters. You can see plenty of TikTok videos of women walking after, crying, going, if this is right, why does it feel so wrong? You have to unpack this because the feminist propaganda has brainwashed you against your own instincts. It's told you that your instincts come from social manipulation. This isn't true. Your instincts are trying to tell you something. The brainwashing is trying to take away your instincts so you will do things to harm yourself.
Damn,
like
that's
sleeping with
crazy.
60 guys and then broadcasting it. Don't do that. The other reason women think that this is an accomplishment is because we intuitively know.
Yeah, she's speaking fast. If you guys want to watch the original video, you can go to the comment section below. I mean, to the description. Let me see. The sleeves and the tattoos on women are immediate red flag. I told you guys, and I think she practiced it too. My husband finds me attracted, and I'm set. Yeah, that's crazy. You're right. It's called the evil queen syndrome, where older women tend to sabotage younger women out of jealousy. They do that all the time. What's the name? Disney movies, guys. Cinderella. Cinderella's a good example of that, guys. The witches. The mermaid movie. It's always a witch, man. I'm telling you. Don't listen to divorced women. Yeah, that's another one. In Britain, Leonardo will be in prison for hate speech. There you go. Yo, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her. I'm gonna just put here some love, man. Great, amazing. Amazing. I'm gonna just show some support, guys. She did a very good job. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear you guys' opinion regarding the matter. I think she just nailed it. You want to watch the rest of the video, go to the description down below, find the original video, and show some support. And meantime, guys, I'll see you in the next one.